Hello everyone. The CUT UG English paper has just concluded. हाँ दोस्तों, आपका English paper CUT का हो चुका है. We spoke to many students to get the feedback about the level of the paper, and one common feedback we received from the student was that the paper was very lengthy. काफ़ी students को paper lengthy लगा, and many of the students found the paper to be very difficult. And yes, comparatively, if we compare the paper of CUT with last year's paper, then there was vast difference. काफ़ी difference था. Last year's paper was a take away, a cakewalk for the students. काफ़ी आसान था paper, but this year's paper was of moderate to difficult level. Friends, I am SDS sir, faculty at the PSPD division of Resonance, and today I am here with the detailed solution and analysis of the English paper of CUT UG 2024, which was conducted on 15th May. I have come up with a solution of code B. Total 50 questions were asked and the student had to attempt 40 questions out of it. And surprisingly, out of those 50 questions which were asked, 24 questions were based on reading comprehension. हाँ, 24 questions were based on reading comprehension. So, this is the reason why the student found the paper to be very lengthy. Then many questions were based on sentence rearrangement, few questions were based on vocabulary, and some questions were also related to grammar. So, अब हम चलते हैं with the detailed solution of CUT UG English paper. The instructions were that 45 minutes was the duration, and out of this 50 the student had to attempt 40 questions. Maximum marks is 200. चलते हैं, and out of these questions 24 questions जो पूछे गए थे reading comprehension, 4 passages were given with 6 questions each, and in code B the पहला question was related to unseen passage. So, a passage was given based on coffee, and straightway the instruction is read the passage carefully and answer the questions. So, अगर आपने passage ढंग से पढ़ा होगा then the questions were not that difficult. थोड़े confusing थे, थोड़ा सोचने पे मजबूर किया था NTA ने इस बार, but it was not that difficult where this passage is concerned. The first question जो इसके अंदर था, which of the following statements is true about coffee arabica, and the answer was in paragraph number first. It displays the phenomenon of polyploidy. इसका आंसर यहाँ था. The answer is over here, and this is the correct answer. So, option 3 is the correct answer for question number 1. Next, which of the following varieties of coffee is the most sold in the world? And there was a confusion in many of the students. Some thought that the answer should be a blend of coffee canephora and coffee arabica. A few felt that the answer should be option number 2nd, but I feel that the correct option is answer number 2nd, and इसका option आपको कहाँ मिलता है? From the first 2 paragraphs, if you read them, you will find the answer over here. So, the correct answer for question number 2nd is option number 2. The next question, again from unseen passage, which of the following species of coffee has more than 2 copies of each chromosomes? And the correct answer is option number 1, that is arabica, and इसका जो answer था you will find in paragraph number 2nd. The next question, which of the following species of coffee developed only in the last 50,000 years? And simple answer था इसका straight away from the passage. The answer is option number 3, that is arabica. Next question, which of the following was of variability in is net very high for coffee arabica? And the correct answer is the variability at the DNA level. So, option number 4 is the correct answer for question number 5. And the last question from the first passage, choose the statement that is factually incorrect. So, you have to find the factually incorrect statement out of these 4, and out of these 4, 3 statements are correct, and the only statement which is incorrect is option number 3, that is due to its genetic makeup novel mutations do not occur in the species Coffea arabica. So, these are the answers for the first question based on unseen passage, and I hope most of the students must have got them right. The next question was based on sentence rearrangement. 4 sentences are given, and as the things have been taught to you in the regular class, first you have to choose that which could be the beginner or the starting statement. If not, try to identify the mandatory pairs कि कौन से दो sentence out of these 4 should be correct. And if you just try to see, then D and B, they become the mandatory pair. So, D and B mandatory pair and the beginning sentence. Out of this cannot be A created by human. So, the beginning sentence, the starting should be option number C, and just option number C say the correct statement is CADB with the mandatory pair DAB following it. So, correct sequence is CADB, that is option number 3 for question number 7. चलते हैं अगले क्वेश्चन पे. Fill in the blank related to vocabulary. The principal addressed us in the assembly and dashed the rumors of an early summer break. 4 options are given and rumors थे कुछ तो उसका खंडन किया, it opposed it, and the correct answer will be option number 2, that is quashed. Next, match the following, and these are related to your phrasal verbs. So, questions based on phrasal verbs were also asked in the exam. काफ़ी कुछ कवर किया इस एग्जाम के पेपर के अंदर. तो she was 4 questions are given and you have to identify the 4 phrasal verbs are given. You have to identify that which phrasal verb should be in that particular statement to do the fill ups. And if you just see, the correct option is option number 4th, that is A, B, C and D. That is A ka we should be 3rd. So, if you just identify this, the A should be 3rd, B ka should be 1st. I have plenty to book lovers, interesting books to dash to book lovers to give away to the book lovers. Some printing mistake is over here. C ka option will be 4. C का option will be 4. Strange that people easily give in. Given is surrender, हार मान लेते हैं. And finally, Rahul is trying to dash on his smoking, to cut down on his smoking. So, this is the correct option, and out of these 4, the correct one is option number 4. ये आपका correct answer है इसके अंदर. This was not a difficult question for many of the students. चलते हैं with the next questions, and it was related to adverbs. Yes, a few questions related on adverb were also expected and इस बार भी पूछा गया है. So, 4 sentences fill ups करने हैं with the correct adverb given in the other column, and the correct option over here is option number A, that is A should come with B. Reasonably affordable, it was a serious accident, but the car was hardly damaged. This is the correct one. The meeting was a disaster as it was very badly organized. And finally, Meera is gifted. She has the ability to learn any language quickly. So, this is the correct one, and the correct option from here is option number 1. ये आपका correct option था इसके अंदर. Moving on to the next question very quickly. Again fill up. Now it was related to tense, conditional statements जो आपको पढ़ाया गया था क्लास के अंदर, and a very easy question was put up. I didn't know Rahul was in the hospital. If I dash, I would dash him. So, if I had known, I would have visited him. So, this is the correct answer. Option number 2 is the correct answer for question number 11. चलते हैं आगे with the next question based on vocabulary. Identify the option closest in meaning. So, you have to identify the synonym of the word sycophant. Now, what is the meaning of word sycophant? Sycophant is chaplus, and the synonym for this word is flattering. So, flatterer is a chaplus. So, flattering is the correct answer for question number 12. The synonym of sycophant is flattering. Now, you have to choose the correct antonym, opposite choose करना है of the word compliment. Compliment is appreciate करना, and out of this endorsement agree करना is incorrect. This is the incorrect one. Regulate करना becomes incorrect. Speculation to make guess, that is incorrect. So, the only correct option for this is option number 1, that is denunciation. So, option number 1 is the correct answer, the antonym for the word compliment. Next one, again based on vocabulary, the synonym of the word redoubtable, and redoubtable, the synonym will be formidable. It cannot be flimsy, it cannot be perplexing, that is confusing, it cannot be voluble in large quantity. The correct answer over here is formidable. One more nice word, the antonym of the word sullen. Sullen is something swollen which goes in a negative way. Something bad is done to someone. So, morose becomes the synonym, reticent nahi hoga, timid is not the correct word. So, the only antonym of this word sullen is genial. Genial is doing good work. Gentleman से word आता है. Next one, again based on sentence arrangement. This was a easy one comparatively. 4 sentences were given and the correct answer for this, if you just try to identify the things. The first sentence beginning should be C, then it should be followed by our response to basic test are inborn. This becomes your sentence number second. तो C and A, अगर आप इसमें से identify करोगे तो C and A you will find in this, and these are followed by perceptions of smells, the main constituents of our flavor, and this is the mandatory pair. D and B are together. So, the correct answer for this is option number 3. Next questions, yes, based on one word substitute. Yes, most of the words have been done in the class. Yes, theocracy, theo is a root word for God, religion. So, the correct answer for the correct choice for theocracy is a government divine by divine guidance or religious leaders. You could have identified this. A is third, then you can do the elimination. This is eliminated, this is eliminated. दो बचते हैं. Now the choice between this. Let's move on. Megalomania. Megalomania क्या रहेगा? What should be the answer? Megalomania. Megalomania is option number 4. That is a morbid delusion of one's power, importance or guilt. Apothecary. Apothecary is one who keeps drugs for sale. So, if you just go through this, then the correct answer is option number 1. This is option number 1 is the correct answer for this question. One more synonym based on vocabulary. A small dash between two children ended up as a group fight. दो बच्चों के बीच में छोटी से कुछ हुई, क्या हुए होगी? कहाँ सुनी, तो match becomes incorrect. एलिमिनेट आउट, कॉन्टेस्ट नहीं हो सकता, रेस के कारण झगड़ा नहीं हुआ. ऑल्टरकेशन मीन्स बहस, डिस्प्यूट, वर्बल आर्ग्यूमेंट इज ऑल्टरकेशन. सो करेक्ट आंसर इज ऑप्शन नंबर 1 फॉर क्वेश्चन नंबर 18. द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन again based on sentence rearrangement, and if you read this 4 sentences carefully, you just find that this should be the beginner, this should be the beginner, and this D should be followed by A. She worked on the case for 7 hours. So, D A, if you just try to find out, D A is over here. Go through the arrange the other options, and the correct answer is option number 2 for question number 19 of sentence rearrangement. All type of questions were put up over here. One more nice question. The candidate assured the interviewers that to dip in a grade during a second semester was an dash, since she had always been a top scorer. So, you should have taken the link. तो पहले उसके अच्छे आते थे performance. Now there is a dip. So, some negative word should be there, and the correct answer is anomaly. So, option number 1 is the correct answer for this. One more word with synonym of the word toying. For some time now, we have been toying with the idea of transferring all our business from physical to online sales only. And toying means they are thinking of, उसके बारे में सोच रहे हैं, विचार विमर्श कर रहे हैं. So, the correct answer for this will be considering. So, the synonym of toying is considering. One more synonym based. At first, the workers were agreeable to the proposals of their dash to the new proposals, and the correct answer cooperate नहीं हो सकता है, agreed नहीं हो सकता है, it should be either resistant or estranged. But when you try to see this word, as the things have been told, yes, the adjective should be replaced with adjective. This is an adjective, So, the correct answer should be option number 2, that is estranged. The next one, related to some words, you have to identify which is the correct combinations over here. And if you just see A, she was able to give a credible explanation. She was able to give a credible explanation to this. And then B will be second, the Rockland Hospital with collaborated with, उसके संग collaboration किया था. So, if you are able to even identify 2, the answer becomes easier. Straight from the options you could have identified that option number 3 is the correct answer for this. This is the correct answer. Let us move on ahead. A simple question based on preposition, and I doubt that किसी भी student का ये question गलत गया होगा. So, most of the guests arrived for the concert by bus, with bus, from bus or through bus. Yes friends, what should be the correct answer? The correct answer should be by bus. We arrive by bus. So, this is the correct option, option number 1. Let us move on. Meaning of the underlined word flippant, and the meaning of this word flippant is disrespectful. So, this is the correct answer, option number 2. The correct answer is, the answer to question number 25th is option number 2, that is disrespectful. One more based on vocabulary. So, many questions were related to vocabulary, synonyms, antonyms, भर भर के पूछे थे इस बार एग्जाम में. The thief showed his disbelief when informed that his partner had been arrested. You have to find the opposite of this word showed. So, showed is दिखाना and displayed means showed. So, this becomes, this is eliminated. Battle cannot be नहीं, marked भी नहीं. Conceal का मतलब होता है hidden. So, the opposite of showing is hidden. The correct answer is option number 2, that is concealed. The next one again, the Phillips, the president finally had dashed to the demands of the public for his resignation, and maybe the public was asking for something और उसको president को मानना पड़ा. So, ignore cannot be there, initiate cannot be there. The confusion among the students was between these two, but the correct option is to accede to, that is to agree to, उनकी बात मानना. So, option number 3 is the correct answer for 27. Next one, based on sentence sequencing or sentence rearrangement or para jumbers, whatever term you want to use. And if you read all these 4 sentences carefully, you will see that this is the first statement, this should be the first statement, this should be the second statement. So, for organizations which provide services to customers on a face-to-face basis, the quality, this should be the third one and this should be the fourth one. So, correct sequence is A, B, D and C. A, B, D, C कहाँ पर है? A, B, D, C is in option number 1. So, this is the correct answer for question number 28. One more question based on sentence arrangement, and out of this 4, if you just see option number 4, that is ADCB as a concept fundamental to ethical theory and political philosophy. Justice is associated with the notion of equity and equality, especially with the injunction to treat equals equally. So, the correct arrangement is ADCB, and ADCB कहाँ पर है? Option number 4. Question number 30, based on idioms. We have done many idioms in the class, yes, and if you are thorough with the idioms and phrases, this question was not that difficult. Even out of these 4, अगर आपको सब नहीं आते, you could identify at least 1 or 2 correct idioms, then the correct answer was in your pocket. Now, the meaning of blow the gaff. The meaning of blow the gaff is divulge a secret. It is divulge a secret. So, correct answer A will be 3 at the end of your tether. At the end of the tether means unable to deal with something. Be full of beans. This was an easy one. Be full of beans is be full of energy. and want to curl up and die. It is feel terribly ashamed and embarrassed. So, this is the correct options, the meanings of the idioms were given to you, and out of the 4 choices given to you, the correct answer in this is option number A. The next question, match the columns based on prepositions, based on prepositions. Now, this question seemed to be a bit doubtful. This question seemed to a bit doubtful, but as per me, the correct option which goes is option number 1. That is the edited version of our article is indistinguishable from. Now, this preposition seems to be a bit confusing. Rest all the other prepositions are correct. So, you do not know whether you can get a bonus for this question, you may not. But out of the 4 options, the one which seems correct or nearest to be the correct option is option number 1, that is the edited version of our article is indistinguishable from our first version. I just do not feel any affinity. Affinity will take with affinity with his prose style. Her ideas are not at all dissimilar with, and it would be wrong to mistake his diffidence for. So, this is the seems to be the correct answer for question number 31, maybe a debatable one. Next one, rearrangement, and 4 options were given to you, and the correct option in this is the beginning. We should, if you just go through these sentences, this should be the beginner, and so if you just see this, B is the beginner, so 2 and 4 are eliminated. Out of this 2, you have to now make a choice. See the second one, cooperative learning is an athletic and unique teaching method. So, B and D किसके अंदर आ रहा है? B and D is here, B and D is over here also. We will have to proceed ahead. Yes, cooperative learning is an that enhances creativity and provides. So, it should be C, B, D, C, A. This is the correct option over here. Now, so we have done around 32 questions. The last 18 questions were based on again reading comprehension, and this question was related to writing, related to Sripat Ray, related to Premchand, and the author grew up with the expectation that she would take up, and the correct answer is option number 3, that is creative writing. The answer you will find in the paragraph. The 34th question, when the father said she will go far, he meant that, and the meaning of going far, काफ़ी दूर जाएगी, काफ़ी आगे जाएगी, and the correct answer is she will achieve great heights in life, and I also know that you also will all go too far in your careers. The next one, choose a statement which is not true. Yes, so not true पूछा हुआ है. Many few students made a mistake. They were confused, but they have to find with the statement which is not correct. And if you have read the passage, understood clearly, you will come to know that this is the statement which is not mentioned. This is the incorrect statement as per the passage given to you. Question number 36. Premchand became too large for her to understand, mainly because of 4 options were given, and if you have read the passage, yes, ये सही है, because of his ability to connect with people from all walks of life. The fact that she feared him, no, she never feared, so this is eliminated out. The kind of love and reverence that he inspired in people, yes, this is mentioned in the passage, and her constant anxiety of failing him, this also is not specified. So, the correct options are A and C, and if you just see A and D, ये नहीं है, B and C नहीं है, C and D नहीं है, the correct option is option A and C only. Finally, one more one, inhaled his writing, and if you read the passage, understood the passage which you had to, आपको passage पढ़कर समझना जरूरी था, and if the student has tried to attempt this passage based on reading comprehension without reading and understanding, the student has found this paper very lengthy, else it was lengthy a bit, but it was not that it was very difficult. So, inhaled his writing refers to option number 1 is the correct answer, imbibing his style subconsciously. The last question from this passage, choose the correct meaning of the word ubiquity. Ubiquity is ubiquitous, ubiquitous is which is present everywhere, जो सब जगह present होता है omnipresence. So, the correct answer is option number 3, that is omnipresence. Now, one nice passage based on free will, an interesting passage. Yes, the questions in this were a bit confusing for the student. थोड़ा समझना भी पड़ा था. Comparatively, this was one of the difficult passages asked to you in your exams from all the other passages given. The author argues that humans do not have free will because, and this was specified on the in the passage, and if you have understood the passage, you will realize that the correct answer is option number 1, that the decisions are our decisions are shaped by past events and environmental influence. Karmic imprint referred to the passage implies, and karmic imprint means our genetic code, upbringing and the environment. So, 2 is the correct answer for option number for question number 40. Free will can be experienced if, and on the understanding of the passage you can analyze that the correct answer is free will can be experienced if we let go of our ego, attachments and fixed beliefs. Yes. So, this is the correct answer. Finally, the other question now, the author proves that the idea of free will is a myth by suggesting that our ability to make a choice is restricted by our predispositions. So, option number 1 is the correct answer for question number 42. And what does the author propose as a means to expand the scope of one's agency? And out of the 4 options, is it making choice frequently and impulsively? No. Engaging in sustained inner work and self awareness? Yes. And the other answers are also incorrect. So, the correct answer for this is option number 2, that is engaging in sustained inner work and self awareness. What do you think could be a suitable title for this passage? Now, this type of question, giving a suitable title, always seems to be confusing. Yes, and this question many times becomes debatable. But if you read this passage very carefully, yes, in one of the lines it is just mentioned definition of free will. Definition of free will has been mentioned. Yes, I will show you that point. कहाँ पर है ये? If you read the passage, understood the passage, that line is given straightway. It's there in the passage. कहाँ चली गई? It is in which line? Just give me a minute. The above is an extracting definition. That line is there in the passage. कहाँ गया? Last 6 lines. Yes, it was in the 4th paragraph. As per your question paper, it was on page number 12. This applies even to our ability. I will give that line from where you can realize, yeah, this is the statement which I was making. This is why I was searching for you. This is the statement, exacting definition of free will. So, this is what I have assumed, and I have taken the option for the title as I have taken the title. What I feel is appropriate for this is definition of free will, that is option number 1. And moving on to the last passage, the last 6 questions, and this question was based on chocolates, cocoa. One question was based on coffee. Now, so beverages have been used. Now, a question based on chocolates or cocoa. Cocoa was first introduced by, and if you just read the passage, straightforward answer it was option number second, that is the Olmec people. It was neither by the Americans nor Aztec nor the Spanish people. So, correct answer for this is option number second. Question number 46. The Aztec people made their coffee palatable. What is palatable? Palatable is something tasty which can be consumed, delicious. And how they made it? By spiking it with spices. Spiking it with spices is the correct answer. Many students felt that the answer is drinking it as a medicine, but drinking it as a medicine, कोई medicine tasty नहीं लगती है. This word palatable gives a clue that the correct answer should be option number 3 and not option number 4. Question number 47. Why did hot chocolate become the beverage of the aristocracy in Europe? Why? Because if you have read the passage, sugar was used, sugar was very costly, no other ingredient would be added into it. So, sugar was as good as unaffordable. So, the correct answer is the essential ingredient was out of reach of the commoners. This line is there of the masses. The word has been used in the paragraph. So, the correct answer for this is option, the first option, that is, why did hot chocolate become the beverage of aristocracy? Aristocracy is the royal people. The essential ingredient was out of reach of the commoners. Moving on to the 48th one. The chocolate houses didn't survive past the 18th century. Why? Why didn't it survive? Because chocolate was costlier than tea or coffee is the answer. The chocolate houses didn't survive because tea and coffee was cheaper and chocolate was costlier. Coming on to the penultimate one, the second last question. Choose the correct statement from the following. 4 options were given to you, and if you read the statement, in the last paragraph the things have been mentioned. This is incorrect, this is incorrect, this is correct specified in the passage, this is unspecified. So, the correct answer is option number 3, that is Colombians serve hot chocolate topped with a dollop of cheese. And finally, the last of the question, to wind up your paper, choose the correct meaning. Choose the correct meaning, synonym of the word cotton, and cotton becomes popular among the causes, widespread. This is incorrect, this becomes incorrect, this is also eliminated out. So, the correct answer is, ये भी नहीं है, ये भी नहीं है, the correct answer is option number 2nd. So, friends, this is all about this CUET paper of English 2024, and I have given you the detailed solution. Now, you can check your marks, compare it with our answer key, which I feel is error free. So, now do not worry about your performance, focus on your other papers as well. If you have any questions, any doubts related to CUET, if you want any assistance, you can always contact the PSPD division of Resonance. So, friends, stay tuned, stay connected, and all the very best for your other upcoming exams. Thank you all.